Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more FC 24 Manchester United Career Mode. This is Season 2, Episode 5 of my realistic and sensible series. How is everyone doing? As you come on in, make sure to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. Here today, we've got some pretty big fixtures. We have the round of 16 knockout phase of the Champions League, which we've been drawn against Benfica. Galatasaray knocked us out last year, so we're going to want to progress further than the round of 16. We're still trying to maintain my objective of trying to win the Champions League or the Premier League. It's a must, and the board wants us to do it as well. But we have to go against Spurs as well in today's episode. But first up, we have a Premier League tie against Leicester. They are now back in the Premier League. We managed to pick up a 2-2 draw. Disappointing. We would have liked to get maximum points from the newly promoted side, but it wasn't to be. Back in the FA Cup, we've got a replay. We're going away to Court Lane as we drew against Luton last time. This time around, we go and pump them a whopping 4-1 with Dusan Vlahovic starting off the scoring. Back in the Premier League, the title race is well and truly heating up. We're in third. Arsenal are in first after 23 games. They're the favourites. Liverpool second. City fourth. Newcastle constantly breaking into that top 5 bracket now, which is incredibly annoying. Well, if you're not a Newcastle fan. 16 minutes in, first real opportunity comes to Manchester United. Frankie de Jong has lifted, fires it to Marcus Rashford, who has been a finisher king in this series. Him and Dusan Vlahovic up top has been incredible. Dwight and Cole, reborn in FC 24 in this career series. Frankie de Jong with a brilliant ball. Marcus Rashford hits it with a 0.3 expected shot. And down in London at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the Aussie, being me, takes the lead against Postecoglou. 13 goals in 24 matches. United just look super up for this match, and same with Marcus Rashford, who goes and hits a brilliant brace just before the 28th minute, and United look in red-hot form. We are very much now, I'm happy to claim, after 23 games played, we're now in the February calendar month, we are in a title race. Who will it be? Arsenal atop, Liverpool, Manchester City, or us? I wouldn't be surprised if an outsider was to push up. Maybe a Chelsea, maybe a Newcastle. I don't think Spurs have the mustard to go forward, but it's going to be interesting to see. We've taken a 2-0 lead incredibly early on, 28 minutes in, and there's a visual bug on screen for some reason. There were not 8 red cards for whatever reason. It's bizarre. I'm assuming it's going to go away in a moment as Lo Celso gets a shot on target at Courtois with a big save. Back in the league, he actually gets dropped for Jamma, and I don't necessarily know why that substitution has happened. He wasn't playing that bad football, but Lo Celso has come off. Son, ball into Kulusevski. Son, a player whose contract will be expiring next season, so potentially we could pick him up on a free deal, or even Neymar, I think. Let me know in the comments. But fresh off the bench, instant impact. Jamma for Lo Celso comes on. Instant impact, scores from Tottenham Hotspur's corner kick play. They somehow keep it in. Son feeds it to him, and Courtois is caught blindsided. And it's 2-1 after taking a really nice 2-goal cushion. It's a 1-goal ball game here down in London. Will the Lily Whites have a decent comeback, or is it the Red Devils' day? Only time will tell. United looking to go forward once more. Rashford hits on the afterburners, finds Dusan Vlahovic, who's been a little bit quiet in this match. It's all been one-way traffic from Rashford. So Vlahovic tries to stamp his authority on the match. Unfortunately, gets a shot blocked. It's going to be a turnover, and United pushing a lot of players forward. They're still in that position as Spurs try to counter-attack. Frankie de Jong with the pass. It's a deflection. Rashford goes for the power-up shot, and it's just ping-pong here in Spurs' forward half. A ball gets popped over the top to Kulusevski, who finds it on the inside. And Giamma manages to make it 2-2 just before half-time. And the brace from Rashford has been nullified from Spurs, which is going to allow them to go further into that top 4 bracket. Those Champions League places are so lucrative in career mode nowadays. It might even be easier to get European football if you are a team outside the top 5, outside the top 10 from the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup competitions. But Giamma managed to score his first 2 goals of this season. Fernandes back to Rashford now. Opportunity for his hat-trick. He does go and get it just before the 51st and runs and celebrates with me and the team. But there's still plenty of football to be played in this match. But Spurs are giving us a hard fixture here today. They are making us work absolute every single inch of this football pitch. And they also are quite clinical between the 2 big sticks at our own end. But Marcus Rashford is having a purple patch. The hat-trick hero is having a man-of-the-match performance. Hopefully he can continue on. Spurs, in the dying moments of this match, try to go forward. Højbjerg to David Alaba, the former Real Madrid man, somehow sneaks it into Giamma. And this guy has now outshone Marcus Rashford, picking up a hat-trick of its own. It's 3-3. And if it keeps going like this, it's more than likely going to be a draw. Last couple of seconds. Can Martial clutch it? Couldn't get it up and under as newly signed centre-back Jonathan Tah gets the interception. But it's going to be a draw here down in London. A 3-3 draw against Postecoglou's Tottenham Hotspur. Moving on now to a match against Crystal Palace. We go out and draw, unfortunately, 2-2. Our form in London isn't good whatsoever. But guys, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Champions League football is here. Champions League football is back. We topped our group, so we got a easier draw, this time facing Benfica. So fingers crossed, only time will tell. Can we go further in this year's Champions League? I'd love to win the thing. I'd love to get to a final. The board want us to win it. Let's go. Manchester United away against Benfica. Benfica, 7 minutes in. Fire the football into Rafa. Ramos, back to Rafa. Rafa hits it just outside the box. Manchester United, shell-shocked. The Red Devils, gobsmacked as Rafa sends through a sizzler between the 2 sticks. Courtois caught ball watching as Rafa, 18 metres out, still has got it. He was a decent pickup a couple seasons ago due to his age. I think he's getting a little bit old now. But a lot of weird connections with Benfica and Manchester United, of course. Lindelof was the last player that we picked up from them. Dallo as well. Martinez surges forward, trying to help with the attack. He finds Dusan Vlahovic. Fernandes finds Rashford, and it's a great goal. 1-1 just before the 15th. But if Marcus Rashford can keep this up, history beckons for him. He could very well, statistically, mathematically, break the Champions League goal-scoring record. I believe it's held by... I don't know who it's held by. It's either by Messi or Ronaldo, you would imagine. But Rashford goes up the other end and embraces his inner Cristiano Ronaldo. It's 1-1 in the first time and the first round of this UEFA Champions League. So much is on the line. The board want me to win it. If I do get knocked out, this could be the season that I get sacked. As Ramos goes forward, Courtois gets the big grab. United try to bring it out from the back. Somehow Courtois fires it all the way unbelievably to Rashford. It puts Fernandes in a one-on-one, and United retake the lead. It's a 2-1 ball game here just before the 22nd, and the captain, cool, calm and collected, manages to sink it through away in Portugal. The former Sporting Lisbon man, Bruno Fernandes, makes it 2-1. Back in Portugal, the boys are doing so well as James finds Rashford. Frankie de Jong gets on the score sheet. He's loving being back in the Iberian Peninsula. The former Barcelona man, he makes it 3-1 just before the 37th. And United, after conceding that sloppy goal, are pulling out all the tricks there. Unfortunately, the Benfica goalkeeper let that one in, but he did get a glove to it. Was potentially a little bit hard done by. As it's 3-1 now, the more away goals we can get, the better. Obviously, it doesn't matter anymore, but away goals are good for confidence. Benfica, out from half-time, refreshed, won a goal, and Kim Min with a big interception. Frankie dictating the play in this career series. Rashford sends through Dalot facing his former side. Dalot hits it home, and another Portuguese player has stepped up. It's 4-1 just before the 52nd, and if we can blow this fixture away, if we can not worry about the home leg and rotate with some of the youngsters, we could focus on the FA Cup and the Premier League, which is still all there to be played. But it's an unlikely goal scorer. You don't tend to see my fullbacks go too far forward, but it's an absolute treat. It's an absolute gift when they can score for me. It's 4-1 away down in Benfica in Portugal. We keep on hitting them quite hard on the counter-attack. Benfica go forward. On the inside, Ramos manages to tuck it in. 4-2 in the 63rd. Still plenty of football to be played in this fixture. Hopefully we can hold out just that little bit longer and nullify some of those goals. Benfica, gotta be honest, did quite well to get out of their group. There is a hotly contested Portuguese league. Lisbon have risen over recent years. FC Porto still up there, and Benfica as well. For a club like Benfica, the more Champions League knockout rounds they can go through, the more money they can get in the money bank, the pig bank next season. As Frankie goes up, slips it to Vlahovic. It's 5-2. And hopefully we can just keep on outscoring them and then not conceding as much. But this is going to be an absolute Champions League thriller. As Dusan Vlahovic steps up and scores his first goal of the match. Tucking it in with his right foot this time around. He is still very two-footed, which I like to see. (5-2) up. United looking for number 6. Will they get it? Of course we do. Rashford slams it into the back of the net, and some of his power shots are insane. It's 6-2 now. It's done and dusted. I can't see Benfica scoring 4 goals at Old Trafford with the 6 away goals. Marcus Rashford makes it the big number 6. Absolutely exceptional and sensational scenes as United look increasingly likely to advance to the next round. Ball in from the corner kick. Fernandes is going to get it back only as far as Martinez, who finds Casemiro, and it's offside, unfortunately. Couldn't get number 7. We were denied. But a really solid performance from the boys. 6-2. in the UEFA Champions League. Moving on now, we have the Carabao Cup final, where we're going to be facing Pochettino's Chelsea, a team we've lost to a couple times this season. Haven't had the best form, but we are going in as last season's Carabao Cup champions. We've beaten every single team this season in the Cup by a point. Let's get stuck into Chelsea. 4 minutes in, unfortunately, we concede incredibly early on to Nkunku, but I'm not too worried, seeing we've knocked out better sides. We've knocked out Liverpool of the Carabao Cup, we've knocked out Man City, and then Wolves, who did incredibly well by a goal. I keep on saying point, because I've been watching AFL so much. But unfortunately, Chelsea start off the scoring there. We're coming off a Champions League fixture, which I really focused on, so the boys are a little bit sore and a little bit tired going into this cup fixture, as I prioritise the Champions League over the Carabao Cup, a cup competition we won last year that the board doesn't care about, but I still want to try and win it now that we're in the final. 1-0 down, Chelsea look to extend their lead. Jackson, an absolute nightmare for us, finds Raheem Sterling. Haven't seen too much of him over this career series. He tends to get not played in the first team that often, for whatever reason, potentially because of his age. Dusan Vlahovic finds Fernandes, who had an amazing match down in Portugal, turning the Chelsea defence inside and out. Rashford one-on-one, somehow tucks it home just for the 20th minute before getting closed down. And there is still plenty of football once again in this match to be played. This is our first opportunity in Season 2 to try and win our first trophy. Can we go 3 trophies within 2 years? Only time will tell. As Marcus Rashford bends it like Beckham behind Kepa, who is now back. Poch, furious and frustrated on the touchline. It's 1-1 in this match. Chelsea back in the centre circle. Jackson looks to go forward. Spreads it out to the left. Raheem Sterling. Raheem the Dream. Back to Jackson. Fernandes comes up only as far as Nkunku, which we can't seem to stop in this match. He is doing so well. And they are absolutely playing fantastic football. Even without Mason Mount, who is now a rotational player for us, impact sub off the bench. He is essentially going to be our next Bruno Fernandes once, well, Bruno retires, but he is still playing top-notch quality football, hasn't lost any overall ratings. Same with Casemiro. We could have sold him this season, but I still feel like he's still performing quite well. Once he starts losing overall and his stamina gets a bit cooked like Varane, we might look to move him on. 2-1 down. Chelsea are still looking for more goals. A great interception there by Martinez. Casemiro, speak of the devil, picks it up. Frankie de Jong finds Dusan Vlahovic, back to Rashford. And this guy is just an unstoppable goal-scoring machine. That's number 2 for him. And it took him a little while to adapt and find his footing with the 2-striker system that we're deploying. But it's unreal, his goal-scoring ability. He was playing more of a creative winger with decent finishing, and now he is an out-and-out left-sided striker. He can hit it with the right boot, and obviously Vlahovic with his preferred left, but honestly, Vlahovic is so two-footed. He can hit it with his left and his right. Jackson back to Sterling. It's 2-2. Chelsea are still looking to retake the lead. They've been very good in this match. Just feeding it to Nkunku. Raheem Sterling goes forward. Tries to get closed down. Nkunku goes for another shot. And it's going to be a hat-trick hero for him. 5 goals within 37 minutes. And we just can't seem to stop the French international, the former PSG Youth Academy product, and Rasenball Leipzig player. Hits it with a 0.02 expected goal, and Courtois a little bit hard done by for that goal to go in. This cup final has it all. Corner kick here now from Manchester United. Just before half-time, would you believe? Ball comes in. Cucurella wins the header. Shaw wins a header for United. Casemiro ultimately gets dropped. probably should have been a foul, and it is going to get called, as Marcus Rashford now has a golden opportunity to take this free kick. We've only had one other free kick that we've scored from this season. That was with Anthony bang smack in front to beat Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. We had 2 free kicks last season with trips that he full on missed. But Marcus Rashford now, 44 minutes in, steps up, sails it home. Absolutely insane. Marcus Rashford, not known for his expert free kicks, but it's 3-3 now. He's gone and scored a hat-trick with Nkunku up the other end. So even if the other striker's having a field day, Marcus Rashford is going to step up. Hits it from a 0.5 expected goal. Marcus Rashford, an unlikely goal scorer from a free kick, bends it, top right bins like Beckham, past Courtois, and keeps Manchester United red hot favourites in this cup final, as we won it last year, as we go into half time. It's going to be a close one. Back out after the second half. Vlahovic goes forward. Back to Rashford. Unselfishly finds Fernandes. He puts his name on the score sheet. Marcus Rashford with now 3 goals and 1 assist. Fernandes puts his name on the score sheet. Jumps over the barricade, over the bollard, and is now celebrating in the middle of the Chelsea fandom. 4-3. 7 goals in this Carabao Cup tie. Can United be back-to-back Carabao Cup winners and finalists? As Fofana capitulates at the back. Bruno Fernandes in the crowd. 4-3. Chelsea making some substitutions. Rashford converts from 3 shots. Nkunku has 5 and converted 3. Chelsea from the corner kick now. Keep going forward. It's Enzo Fernandez out of nowhere to make it 4-4. And I really don't know how this fixture is going to go. We've scored brilliant hat-tricks, brilliant free kicks. And I don't feel like Chelsea's goals have been overly that impressive in this match. Scores levelled. That's all that matters though. 4-4, just before the 76th minute. Chelsea trying to build it out from the back. They fire it forward. Jackson to Nkunku. He goes forward. Back to Enzo Fernandez. Trying to find Jackson. He finds him and curls it past Courtois. Chelsea have taken the lead, and it has been number 5 lead change. It's been so back and forth in this fixture. This is going to go to the absolute last minute. It's going to go to the dying minutes of this match as Jackson goes forward, near post. Unfortunately, Courtois beaten, which you really shouldn't be. Time to make some substitutions. Hopefully we can have some instant impacts, as Nicholas Jackson has been quite a decent and surprising player, scoring 3 and 5 in this Carabao Cup final. Casemiro now back to Rashford. 10 or so minutes remaining for United to get a goal. Can we get it? Fernandes back to Rashford. 1-on-1. Gets it. It's 5-5. 10 goals in this cup final. We've come back in this final like so many times in this Carabao Cup. It has been the Manchester United comeback kings. The team celebrates because now we know we're in with a shot of a potential penalty shootout, or maybe we can go and win it in extra time. As Marcus Rashford surges forward and has converted every single one of his shots. Now that that's happened, it's time to make some subs because it's going to go to extra time. So we're going to bring on Rafael Varane. We're going to be bringing on Malacia. We might even give Martial, Anthony a run. We'll bring on Scott McTominay as well. 105 minutes of extra time have been played, and Frankie de Jong takes the lead. The subs come on. Frankie takes the lead in extra time. And I don't know why everyone's running on the pitch, because there's still a full half of extra time still yet to be played. But 6-5, 11 goals. This Carabao Cup final is ridiculous. It's the first word that comes to mind. And it's a match for the ages. But Frankie de Jong steps up from midfield. Forwards are exhausted. It's the midfield needing to step up. Frankie scores 3 in 6 matches so far in this Carabao Cup campaign. It gets re-centered back with United with the lead. We go into the second half of extra time. Just needing to hold on to this small and narrow margin. Manchester United just need to hold on for 4 more minutes to win a second Carabao Cup. But it's Hakim Ziyech off the bench to unbelievably equalise in the 119th minute. Looks like Chelsea have taken a bit of the Manchester United comeback story by themselves. It's Hakim Ziyech. Who would have thought? A guy that's kind of been shunned at this football club. And once again, disappointingly, Courtois has been caught at his near post, conceding 6 against his former side. Casemiro's going to come off as, well, it's more than likely going to go to a penalty shootout. 6-6, and this will be our first penalty shootout of the series. Frankie goes forward valiantly. United need to convert from this. They can't lose possession of the ball. Martial gets caught and the whistle gets blown. But here we go. Penalty shootout. 6-6. Can Manchester United retain their Carabao Cup? Fernandes steps up and converts. Not. Off the post. Gonzalez scores with a chip. Unfortunately, we're not in the main view. I don't know why. Martial converts. Enzo Fernandez steps up. Puts it in the back of the net. 2-1 Chelsea. Mason Mount against his former side. Goes straight down the middle. Nail-biting stuff. Nkunku puts it into the back of the net, as he's done countless times in today's match. Anthony, fresh off the bench. Cheeky little chip. Hakim Ziyech steps up. Puts it into the bottom left. Scott McTominay needs to score this one, or Chelsea will win, getting the first to 5. Scott McTominay for United steps up against Kepa. Converts. Now it's all within Chelsea's hands. They have to score this one because it's the first to 5. Unfortunately, Fernandes missed the first, so it's all left to Cucurella to win it to Chelsea. And that is it. They didn't miss a penalty. We missed our first, which is really disappointing. And Chelsea convert all 5 penalties. I'm gutted. I'm distraught. I don't really know what to say. At least we made it to the final, but being runner-up is not what I wanted this season. That was a really good opportunity to win a cup, but hey, that's football sometimes. We played so well against Pochettino's Chelsea. It was a really good match for the neutral. 6-6, 12 goals, and we unluckily lose on a penalty shootout. But hey, that's ultimate difficulty for you on FIFA. And that's, of course, the new tactical view. So the board isn't going to be too upset because they want me to... Same with Wolves, who did really well. And Chelsea were... I don't know if they were the better side in this final. They did win, of course, but it was so close. It seriously could have gone either way. But anyway, unfortunately on that note, as you see Chelsea celebrating, a team, like I said, were incredibly inconsistent in the first season. Didn't have any European football. They still might not make top 5, but I guess it's good to see Poch with a Chelsea trophy at his new football club. But unfortunately, on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed Season 2, Episode 5 of the FC 24 Manchester United Realistic and Sensible Career Mode. Stay tuned for Episode 5, coming out the exact same time tomorrow. We've got the second leg in that Champions League. We're still very much fighting for, of course, the FA Cup, and we're in a title race. So thanks, guys. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.